Try a quick 1100 HPA test. My neighbors are out, so let's just get to this. I don't want to be too loud or too long, but yeah, I got this shorty. He sent me out that barrel. It's a 5-inch barrel, 686 bore, and this is a barrel extension. So I might just take a couple shots and then swap the barrels there. That's why I took the handguard off the gun, so that way I can swap it easy. All right. So let's see what happens here. I don't know what to expect. Okay. Okay. All right, let me get this chronograph on. Gassed up here. I'm losing my rubber tip on my bolt, the tip of my bolt. That pusher thing's getting destroyed from the jams. I have it ready. Oh, we'll find out now anyway. Alright, so let's see what happens. 488. 484, 499. So yeah, we're right up around 100 joules. So okay, I missed the corner. That didn't read. I need a new battery, I know, because I haven't changed in the longest time. So yeah, I want to swap out this barrel. So hold on a second here. Let's try. So 466. Uh-oh, something's going on. Oh, there we go. My on-off wasn't on quite all the way. There we go. Yeah, my on-off wasn't on. Okay, that's it, guys. This is the shorty setup here, guys. That's it. I can't do no more, just in case they come home. Here, turn. And we're still Canada compliant at 499 feet per second. So yeah, right at 99 joules. Yeah, you can get fluctuations, a couple of joules higher, a couple of joules lower, but other than that, it's basically 100 joule valve. Now what was that other number I said? Oh, it was 460 or something. Hold on. 461. Okay. Alright, and then we got 85 joules in the short form. Tomorrow I'm going to test just the 5-inch barrel. I'm gonna just test this piece. Actually, you know what? While I'm here, actually, I'm gonna do that right now. Hold on a second. Alright, let me just test this part. Okay. So we got just a 5-inch barrel now without the extension. Okay. $387. $378. $385. $388. Pretty consistent. I'm surprised. Yeah, man, the bolt spring is 100% the answer. My ears are ringing right now, and I'm deaf. Yeah, I'm just gonna shut this off. All right. There we go. We are safe now. So, let's see what these are. 388. 388 looks like. So yeah, 388. Let's check that out. 388. Wow, we're still at 60 joules with that short setup, guys. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. Let me just put you guys up above on the table here. Just disconfiguring it. Yeah, okay, so let me get this. Okay, so yeah, and with also with 800 psi, with the stock barrel, it's hitting, what did I say? It's around 82 joules. So that's with 800 psi. Anyways, so yeah, basically what's been going on lately is I've been trying with these new valves. First I tried with my valve. I modified and bypassed the stock valve. So I gutted it, opened it all up, pulled everything out. And yeah, so with all that extra power, the stock bolt spring just wasn't strong enough to handle it. So when you gassed up and shoot, the spring would come forward. It pushes the ball into the breech and fires, but this stays there and stutters and it farts all my air out. So my air will drop under the, right around 1,000 psi, give or take. So just under the output pressure, and then it's able to return the spring back. So I've tried a bunch of combinations here. Like, I got an old M17 spring too. I just put that back in, but it has the thick 2mm wire that you need, but it just wasn't long enough. So I was butting springs up against each other, trying different combinations. I had washers in between, and everything was jamming up. I was pulling my trigger, click, nothing would happen. It was just hear a big click, and the bolt wouldn't come all the way forward. So I had different combinations, just nothing was working. Then I put these two together, and on the stock spring and just this extra M17 piece. Or no, sorry, it was my old M17 one, the short one, and then this piece by itself with no washers. And I was getting some luck. I was actually shooting, so that gave me hope. That told me it was just slightly stronger than my stock spring. So it gave me hope that HPA was possible. So I found, I got this barrel here. Make sure it's off. He just sent this one out to me. It's a nice little shorty. Look at that, guys. We are hitting, what did I say? 60 joules off of this. It's 59.82 joules. 8.6 gram smashers, 388 FPS. Yeah, and it comes with this little guy. We were hitting, what did I say we were getting off this? 80 something joules, I mentioned. And then we got 99 joules with the stock barrel. So yeah. And now if I put all this together, I can. Oh my God, it's going to send us way up into the 100 plus joules. See, because it's a 3-piece barrel. And it also, these attachments work with the X68 stuff he sent me too, barrels. Just amazing, man. Wow. Look at that. Now we got a 21-inch barrel for the TC68. That's going to kick off some power. We'll show that off after too. But yeah, I'm just ecstatic now, man. For a while, I've been with the spring. Like you said, I have all these combinations, and like I had to make these special washers to go over my bolts and go in between the springs. When you try to put them in between springs, it jams your bolt up. You won't even be able to release air. It just locks everything up inside when you pull the trigger. So yeah, man, I'm convinced. I talked to Florian too. Even he says that the stock springs are garbage. Yeah, Dan did not put them in. He's been testing with them too all day, so I'm yet to talk to him and see how his results were, but so far mine are good. I'm going to give him a shout a little bit later. Yeah, guys, I'm quite happy with everything now. We got the spring. I couldn't even shoot nothing like this until I put the new spring in, or one of my little Frankenstein springs. But anyways, yeah, man. Y'all stay safe, guys. Hope stuff. Dan's got a nice little build he made. I call mine my little Spec Ops one. But Dan also cut a handguard, so it looks sick. Mine's without, so it's kind of ugly in the front end. Mine is. I'm not ready to butcher my handguard yet. I might try and acquire another one down the road from somebody. Or one of those printer guys will probably eventually be making them soon. Yeah, I don't think anyone's selling anything like this yet. I mean, guys, our friends overseas are trying to make some stuff too. They're going to be having anytime. But all this stuff is available at Sterling Self-Defense right now. Just amazing. He builds everything at home. Check him out. Yeah, man, I'm just over the moon, so. So there you go, guys. This is a nice shorty build, man. It's way shorter than putting the handguard and stuff on. Where is my handguard? Not here at the moment, so I can't show you. Anyways, guys, y'all stay safe as always. Take care.